And action. We are back. We are back with another episode of Miggy's Active Journey. How are you guys doing? How are we doing? Little cheers to this. A little coffee. Good. Like my new mic. I didn't like putting it right here. I think the audio wasn't high enough. So now we're using our spatula that we used to cook with. This is disgusting. I don't know. Maybe. But I hope you guys are having a great day, night, middle of the day, morning, whatever the case may be. But here we are, back again. We are doing okay, I guess. Working out. Day by day, we're living. I don't know, man. Today I just got this new coffee. I haven't had it in a while. Had it before, but before I was using this Cafe Bustelo Mexican ground, instant coffee. But then for Christmas, my mom was like, "Hey, I got you a little gift. She shot me this French press." And I'm like, you know what? Let me put it to use. And got this big bucket of Maxwell House ground coffee. So I just grab some water, or I put some of the ground coffee down here. Put some hot water. Press it down, make some coffee. And that's what we're drinking today. This is my second refill. So like my fourth cup, I guess you'd call it. A lot of people might think, that's a lot of coffee. It's a lot of caffeine. Well, actually, there's a new study that came out not too long ago that shows that I think it's 2 to 4 cups of coffee a day reduces the risk of cardiovascular health by something ridiculous, 60 to 70%. And also 200 to 300 milligrams of caffeine a day also reduces the risk of cardiovascular health. And I think that's just from, all the antioxidants actually that coffee has. Also, I think when people drink coffee or take caffeine, you tend to move more. You tend to be a little more active. You tend to pace around more. So, compared to someone who might not drink caffeine, they might not get that buzz. They might not get that alertness. So, maybe that's why people from Europe live longer, because they drink a bunch of coffee and espresso. And they're moving around all day, talking all day, having a good time. But it does have an effect on your sleep. So, I do, most of the time, try to cut it out, 6 to 8 hours before bed. But sometimes, if I'm out at night, have an espresso martini. This past weekend, I had a couple of espresso martinis. Alcohol and caffeine gets you going, let me tell you. That shit gets me going. I had a pretty good weekend. I had a friend that came down from New York City for business, and we went out Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I was drinking a lot more than I usually drink. And probably the best thing if you're trying to lose fat, drinking, and that just doesn't really coincide, doesn't really, blend well together. But I had a good time, so that's all that matters. Went to some places that I've never been to, some nice speakeasies and other bars, so it was fun. And here we are, it's Wednesday, and we have our grand opening gala for the restaurant that I work for, Oro. And this is Friday. It's supposed to be this big hit. The new Talk of the Town of Miami Beach. Be there or be square. Actually, I don't know. I don't have the authority to invite you guys. Sorry. But there's a lot of, looks like Instagram models and things like that. Things of those kind of people coming. A bunch of PR packages were sent to some well-known people. And some cool stuff. Some cool stuff. Besides that, guys, we are out here in Miami. Miami has been quite the experience so far. It's Miami is this. It's a city that can, either make or break you. I feel like you don't really move down here unless you're trying to look for two things: become successful or come have fun. It's different if you grew up here, but there's two extremes, and I feel like it's a balance maybe. But someone like me, I'm an extremist. I'd either go one way or the other. It's very hard for me to find balance in things, which is I feel like negatively impacts me, but also a big advantage I have against people because I'm willing to go all in on things that most people aren't. It doesn't take much convincing. Like, I'm someone who's very curious and I'm just like to find things out. So I'm like, fuck it, let's find out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And we kind of go from there. I'm young. I still have time to figure things out. I still have the time to make up for things. But that's definitely different if you're like a family or if you're older. I mean, I guess, age isn't really I think every new generation, the age that's considered to be old goes up like 10 years. Especially with like all the new technologies coming out of medical, and I truly believe by the time I'm like 60, 70, 80, the lifespan's going to increase to like 120 to 150. So I'm not really too worried about dying unless I get like hit by a bus or struck by lightning. But like health wise, I think I'm kind of chilling. Another thing that's been stressing me out a little bit, actually, we've been having to learn this menu for this restaurant. Brother, let me tell you, this is the most complex menu I've ever seen. Stuff looks good. We're not trying it until next week, but this, all the little ingredients, all the little nitpicky things the chef put in there, I'm like, damn, bro. Damn. I'm studying for this stuff because we got tests right now this week on like different like pastas and fish and meats and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? And it's kind of bringing back some PTSD from like school, because man, I hated tests, especially in college. My god, maybe that's why I dropped out. Nah. Yeah, probably should have came a little more prepared to this. I think I'm just like whispering. We are back with Channel 10 News. Sorry. You guys want a room reveal? Not yet. Too soon. Not much to it, but too soon. Like this, the party you see is probably like 25% of the room. Literally. It's not a big room, guys. I'm trying to recall if I've seen anything cool this past week. Kind of a normal week. I feel like I've seen more in like New York when I lived there last year, in terms of like craziness, like especially being on the subway. LA fires, that's some wild shit. That is something I am grateful I'm not part of. People are evacuating, houses are being burnt down. People are losing, I don't know if there's been casualties. I'm sure there has been. I haven't really looked too much at the details with it. But it is a scary, scary time to live in that area, because especially if you're a firefighter or there's like a word specific, like a fire, there's a specific like position to be like one, like a fire, not a firefighter, but like a woods fire, man, what are those called? Firefighter of the forest, whatever you call it. But that's a scary job. They're risking their lives to put out these fires. And one thing also, like, I've seen, or that I could see happening, is people staying at their houses and not evacuating, and then thinking that they can either not be hit by the fire, or they can, put out the fire that's coming towards their house. But then they end up calling, the firefighters to come rescue them. And now they're putting the firefighters in danger, which in the first place, if they just evacuated, none of this would have happened. You would have risked their lives. I understand that's their job, but if you listen to the evacuation alert, well, this wouldn't be happening, guys. Today's our first day in our uniforms to work as well. I look pretty snazzy. I might have to tailor my pants a little bit, just the bottom, because it's a little baggy, but we'll see. I probably should have written some notes. Because doing solo podcasts or episodes, a little tricky, I would say. It'll be easy to talk to someone because, conversations back and forth. One thing I've seen, or a little phrase that I heard the other week actually, that caught my attention, did write down my notes: relationships over transactions. And that caught my attention. So I really do think, especially in today's world, networking and finding out or building relationships can get you a lot farther than you think, and get you into doors and places that you would never have gone into without building those relationships. And I think it's something that, school might not provide, because if you're a good people person, if you're someone that is easily liked, someone that you're able to relate to, you can build these relationships with some very successful people. Sometimes you just don't know who you're talking. You right place, right time, and that's why you gotta treat everyone with the same amount of respect, from the janitor all the way to the top of the CEO. Because if you're at a bar one day, if you're at a restaurant one day, if you're walking down a park, you bump into someone, start having a conversation, next thing you know it, that's your connect. And that is your connect. That's why I want to try to get more into the VIP hosting at this place that I'm working at, because I want to be that connect. I want to be that middleman that kind of gets people in, connect people with each other, especially since it's going to be a high net worth, high kind of exclusive place to be, especially Miami. Everyone here has fuck you money, so I think it's a perfect opportunity. But that our club or lounge doesn't open up for another 2 months ish, so it's just a restaurant. But something I do want to just put in the managers' heads, hey, we have someone. If we're looking for another person, because we already have a VIP manager, but he's for the restaurant. I'm not too sure if he's gonna be working at the club as well. So if I can be his right hand man type shit, no homo. Why not? Why freaking not, guys? I was looking up some facts the other day. Giraffes are, I think it was 3 times more likely to get hit by lightning than humans. And, well, first of all, because of the height, but also it's based on the the population, or because obviously there's more humans than giraffes in the world. But I forgot the way they statistically compared us to giraffes. Because I think the amount of giraffes that have already been killed from lightning strikes compared to humans has been more relative to the population. So obviously the percentage is going to be higher with only 100,000 giraffes in the world compared to 8 billion people. And it wouldn't be if it was 10 giraffes that got killed last year compared to 10 people, it's going to be off by a lot. So that's kind of cool, actually. Fun fact, or a little side piece, my tripod right now is this Trader Joe's sea salt fine crystal bottle. I have a tripod over there, but this height right here, kind of fits perfectly. Fits perfectly for the appearance, and it's not much setting up, so goes well. Goes freaking well, guys. If you guys are curious what I'm eating right now during my second cutting phase, so I've been doing OMAD, which means 1 meal a day. And some of you might be thinking, whoa, that's crazy. It's a little extreme, like I said, but it allows me to eat my meal, like a big meal, once a day. I feel full for the rest of the day. So I'll eat it around 5 o'clock. It's dinner time. And right now it's consisting of 1 pound of some fatty ground beef and 8 eggs. So some of the nature's best foods, with some of nature's most nutrient dense foods. There's some vitamins I might be missing, but for the most part, I'm all set. I'm all good. And also doing more a carnivore-ish, low carb diet, I think kind of cuts out the cravings. It cuts out, elevated or spikes of insulin, and kind of sticking to with fattier cuts of meat, higher protein meals, keeps you more satiated for longer, and black coffee blunts your appetite. So that's another trick. I've been testing out. So I did 2 spoons of coffee in the French press this morning. Now I did 3 for this second serving. Third one's a little too much, so I might have to go back with 2.5. We'll see. I still have to take a shower because I went to the gym. I went in the sauna. So I'm taking a shower. Kind of disgusting. But I want to just kind of do some stuff, record this, and then get ready for work. Because then I'll probably have to leave here around 2:45. And it's not too sure what time it is. Probably 1 something. We gotta cook, get changed, and then go. But work is only about 20 minutes away, so it's not bad. I've been thinking, when is my next time I'm going to travel? I love traveling. I've been looking at tickets. I love traveling. But my main next destination is most definitely going to be Mount Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. So I want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. And then also, if I have time or the money, want to go to the Serengeti and do a safari to see the big exotic animals, like the elephants and the tigers and the lions and the bears. Oh my, not bears, but hyenas and gazelles. Some cool stuff. Some really cool stuff. I've never been to the continent of Africa, right? Yeah. So that'd be a really cool experience and a cool place to say I've been to. Because I've been to, well, technically I've never been to South America because Mexico was part of North America. So South America I still need to travel to. Been to Asia. Been to Europe. What are 7 continents? North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Antarctica, right? In Australia? No. Australia continent? It is awkward. That's a little embarrassing. Yeah, I think so. Alright, I gotta look that up real quick. The 7 continents? Give me a sec. Let me see. Move some things around. Oh god. Okay, 7 continents. Damn. It's like, are you farther? I mean, are you farther smarter than a fifth grader? Yeah, Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia. Australia. It's a whole ass continent, but it's like small. It's always wild when you look at like the real size of a country, because what we're shown in like school and maps and everything online, it's all fake. Because it just goes to show like the I guess that it's able to fit on like a map, but like countries in Europe and things that they're not that big. They really aren't that big. You know what I've been looking on Twitter a lot or seeing on Twitter a lot? I'm on Twitter a little too much. A lot of deaths. A lot of people being pushed in subways in New York. A lot of the other countries they don't show you, but on Twitter it's pretty like non. How would I say this? Non. What's like the word? Like like Instagram and all this Facebook, they like don't show a lot of these things because it gets taken down. On Twitter, bro, they be showing everything, like fucking porn and deaths, and it's wild. In Twitter, sometimes I would be like scrolling, and like it is when you look at these deaths and all this what's happening in like countries. It's so it shows like how negativity and like wrong things really do like catch your attention, and like it's wrong, and you shouldn't be looking at the stuff, but you just like, keep looking. You're like, ooh, let me just look at this next death. Like, oh yeah. Like the other day, I remember. Oh my god, I think it was yesterday. I saw this guy. A train was coming. Commit suicide by just like laying, like putting his head, like half his body down onto like the edge of the subway station, and his body just like freaking flies. Oh my god. Oh wow. Look at this. I looked up world news. At least 78 dead at abandoned South Africa gold mine that was seen off a standoff. Holy shit. What was this? Rescue volunteers have pulled at least 78 dead miners and more than 160 survivors from abandoned South African gold mine where they have languished for over 2 months during a standoff with authorities. Dude, so this is the type of shit. How do we not know? It's been 2 months that they've been stuck down there? Hundreds are still believed to be trapped. Wednesday in the death toll expected to rise in disaster. Jesus Christ. The mine is 1.5 miles or 2.5 kilometers deep with multiple shafts, many levels, and a maze tunnel. They estimated 500 miners are down there. Holy fuck, dude. That is some weird shit. Or wild shit. Here's another thing. Scientists discover new, unusually large species of one of the world's deadliest spider. See, what kind of fuck shit? And this has to be like made in a lab, you know? Researchers say that they've used wow, I think I'm like a little retarded. Researchers say they use anatomical and DNA comparisons to study different populations. The new funnel web spider, one of the world's deadliest spiders, and found there were 3 species, only 2 of which were previously known to science. I don't know the size of this thing. That thing is disgusting. Holy crap. Let's see if we can find the... Ooh, spiders, man. Is it gonna give me the size? No? I don't even want to know the size. Let's see what's world U.S. news today. Well, probably the LA fires, Trump. Oh, TikTok. Let's see what that happens. TikTok in 4 days supposed to be banned. But then I kept seeing, today, Jimmy or Mr. Beast talking about how he's in contact with a bunch of billionaires and he's gonna buy TikTok. But then I also seen that Mr. Wonderful, the guy on Shark Tank, was gonna be an investor too, or wants to buy it too. So we'll see what happens with that, because I think the bill passed where they're supposed to shut it down on the 19th. That's in 4 days, so they got 4 days to figure this shit out. I should probably start looking up like the news, because there's some interesting things happening on here. The inauguration is gonna happen soon. I know that's the Washington Post. I don't know if I could ever be a journalist. Seems like a fun job, kind of, but like I feel like it's a lot of like, fuck, you gotta do a lot of research to be a journalist. Oh yeah, the red dye 3 was banned today. And candy, drinks, snacks. Pooh, shoot, man. That's a great thing. What the fuck is that? I also saw a picture on Instagram that there's like the middle point of America, and only 20% of people of the U.S. population lives on the left side, which is like the western, like California, Nevada, and 80% live on the right side. It makes sense because you have like New York, Miami, you got Boston, most of Texas. I think was on there. The red dye, you should put 9 months. Goddamn. Yeah, I mean, every day there's always something new, man. And I feel like a lot of times I'll see it and kind of just like forget about it because there's always something new, something new, something new. But then like when I see it, I'm like, oh shit, like that's actually like quite a big, important event going on. But something else already happened 20 like an hour later, so then I forget about that topic. And let's see what USA Today. And I'm pretty sure each of these websites are a little might be more a little biased, going like being a little more Democratic or a little more Republican. So the wording and the headlines, gotta be careful with that as well. And nothing here really catches my eye. Yeah, but I think that's what. I think the biggest topics happening right now: TikTok ban, the red dye, LA fires, the South African gold mine. That was actually pretty interesting. Like, what the fuck? Let's see Miami news today. Feds arrest goons they say plotted to kidnap, rob Miami jeweler. Damn. Family fears missing Tina Max. Good God. I mean, Miami, there's always some weird shit going on, I feel like. Let's see what this one says. They plan to take victims' crypto, authorities say. Damn. So you got 2 white guys and 2 black guys. They do not look okay. A group of men identified by a ringleader as goons. They were plotting through a messaging app to kidnap a Miami jeweler and rob him of $2 million in crypto. But they didn't know an informant was also in their group chat. What does that mean? Informant? I feel I should know that word. What the fuck? Look up informant. Informant is a person who gives information to another. Ooh, got it. That's all according to court documents obtained by Local 10 News Wednesday following arrest of Zachary Briggs, 22, 21-year-old, 20-year-old, 18-year-old. Holy fuck. They're my age. A federal criminal complaint authority by the FBI agencies of the Capitals informed authorities. So in downtown Miami. Damn. Imagine that, being trying for kids my age and younger. Ooh. But there was a what do you call it? Like a whistleblower, right? Fuck, man, you can't trust no one. Can't trust no one. Even if you're trying to plan a heist or plan a kidnapping. I watched the Den of Thieves. I don't know if you guys ever watched the first one, but the second one just came out with something Butler, Graham Butler, I think his name is, and 50 or Ice Cube's son. It was the Jared Butler, 50 Cent. Wait, not 50 Cent. O'Shea Jackson Jr. Yeah. That's 50 Cent. I mean, that's Ice Cube's son. The way it flew, like the flow of it was a little strange, I would say, compared to the first one. It was very different. Still, like, a heist and everything, but the mood of the plot and the humor and everything was definitely different. It's definitely something you had to get used to as the movie went on. Pretty good, I would say. Also watched, I'm not sure if I said it last time, A Complete Unknown with Timothy Chalamet. I always forget how to say his last name. It's about Bob Dylan. That was a good movie. I liked that one a lot. I didn't really know who Bob Dylan was, or I've heard his name, but I didn't really know too much about him. Now I know he was a folk genre singer, and then kind of switched over to like a more upbeat folk genre. And people did not like that at all. But then he got people like Johnny Cash to like him. So it was pretty cool. And I didn't know they started recording during COVID, but then they had to postpone, like cut it off because COVID happened. So it's been like 4 or 5 years in the making. And Timothy learned how to, learn his acts or the voice, how to play the guitar, how to do all this. So that was actually pretty impressive of him. I do like when he plays those kind of roles. Like when he plays like Wonka, something a little more like funny, I'm like, I don't think it's your style. But hey, who am I to say anything? I'm not an actor. I'm just an observance from the outside crowd. So he's killing it. Good for him. Proud of him. Proud of you, buddy. We will meet one day. Maybe I'll interview one day. I don't know. He did pretty good. I liked he was on the B.O. Bonds podcast. That was a cool podcast. Yeah, funny guy too, I would say. He has some humor, which I like. You can always like a guy with some humor who knows how to crack a joke or two. But we gotta take a shower because I smell like dookie butt. Oh, God. That's one thing also. The French press, you gotta clean this shit out after. Because, ugh. Any other Topics? I don't think so, guys. I think we covered everything for now. I will come more prepared next time, guys. But I'll let you know how the gala goes. The gala. I'll let you know how any more world news is going on. And we are going to cut it there, alright? So, thank you for watching another episode of Miggy's Active Journey. And we are going to see you next time. And as always, train the body, train the mind, and get active, my fellow people. Peace out. Bye.